Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to do a quick love day card. So I bought some flowers. I took some to the wellness store, and I've got some yellow daisies over here, or yellow daisy-like flowers. So we're going to do a card pull today. We'll probably use some of the Light Seers Tarot, maybe some of the Oracle decks. We'll see. I did some content this morning. I just did a light language video. So if you're into light language and wanting to receive some extra codes, transmission, heart chakra activations, opening, cleansing, and clearing, please check that out as well, whether it's here on Facebook or YouTube, because there's always some magic in there. Remember, when it comes to you receiving light language, you are receiving exactly what you are ready to receive for your highest and best through unconditional love, divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, divine wisdom, divine knowledge, and divine remembrance. Oh my goodness, I've made that a mouthful. And remember, your team knows, your highest knows exactly what that is. So it's a co-creation with my team and your team, okay? And you just have to be open to receive. And again, you might have an experience in the heart chakra. You might have some instant sensations, but you don't have to. You don't have to have a feeling or an experience to know that you are receiving 122 on the timer, that you are receiving the magic that comes along with how the frequency of light language works. Not just spoken light language, but light language, it might be music based or written light language, okay? Yeah, so if you're curious, check that out. So we're going to see what the collective needs to hear. See, today it is February 14th. All videos are timeless, but again, we've got the light codes. These weren't here this morning, so I got home before I have my grounding dinner. So welcome in the source codes, the elementals, earth, air, wind, fire, water, oh, Shanatiria, and just a little love code frequency. Hushinatiria for those that are receiving this particular card reading. Hushinitaya Natiria Nato, Ashinataya Nato, Ayashanatiria Natiria Shanatoya. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so we'll see what we have for the beautiful collective. I have been shuffling these cards literally since this morning. And as circumstance happens, I didn't do this morning because I wasn't meant to. I was meant to do it now, in this now present self, okay? My left knee's been kind of achy too. I don't know what's going on there. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. What do we have for the beautiful collective on this day? What messages do we have for the collective? Ooh, there's one already. Ooh, Knight of Swords. Motorcycles are significant. Crows and hawks are significant as a key code. And red bottom shoes. I'm going to get my handy dandy glasses. So Blue's Clues, the original. Because when I said that, handy dandy glasses. All right, we're going to see what the Knight of Swords. You're running towards something. I don't feel like you're running away from something. I think you're running towards something, and Spirit is guiding you. Yes, Spirit is guiding you to your next clue. That's what I'm getting. Spirit is guiding you to your next clue, and it's a fast movement. I'm getting fast movement. Again, I'm getting that fire horse energy, that fiery energy. Certainly wands comes out. There's communication, maybe fast-moving communication with swords as air energy. Communication is what's coming through right now with this particular card. Definitely crows or hawks are going to be significant. Yeah, there's haste. There's some streamlined decision. You're going to be making a very rapid, quick decision. Very intellect. Again, guided by spirit. You're going to be guided by listening to your highest self through your intuition. This has saving the day energy. So that might mean something to somebody, but you're in the pursuit. You have been pursuing something. There's a lot of ambition here. There's a lot of assertiveness and success. So I move quickly to help others. Yes, Shanitiria, that's right. I move quickly to help others as I do my dreams expand. So you're moving fast towards your next step, being guided by spirit, and that is a fast moving energy and quick energy, and you're doing this to help others. That's what's coming through right now. We have 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, okay, and the King of Wands underneath that. So I'm going to keep those. So the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So moving towards to help others, that's going to be a wish fulfillment. One of those wishes, one of those many wishes is going to be helping other people. Pots of gold or gold and yellow significant, opening to receive. Wish fulfillment And then there's a King of Wands energy. Here's again that fire energy. I'm going to read the Nine of Cups first and just go a little deeper. You're going to be seeing gold coins, gold necklaces as a confirmation. There's a lot of yellow here. Again, solar plexus, gold bowls. Those are sound bowls, actually. I've never looked at it that way, but you know, singing sound bowls could be a reference as well. Maybe you're moving towards being a person that shares your gifts and abilities versus in the form of sound bowls, sound bowl healing, crystal bowls, or just sound bowls. Maybe that's, and that is your magic. That's how the collective will receive you, and it will be very fruitful. Okay. Nine of Cups, water energy. Yeah, the universe is definitely gifting you your desires. It's again choosing your joy, your multifaceted dreams. You're very multifaceted. You have many gifts and abilities and a lot of abundance. This is a lot of abundance. So I'm open, my grateful heart to the gifts. So it's again opening your heart and being ready to receive all of those gifts. All right, all of those manifestations. Wow, it's a really different when I can see these cards in a better light. Again, King of Wands is very fiery energy here. We've got the lion. Leo's is significant. We got a gecko on his shirt, could be a confirmation. It actually looks like an octopus on his arm as a tattoo, and octopuses are very significant. Please look at the significance of these animals and these creatures, because there's going to be more information Spirit says for you for this confirmation. On outside of just like the surface level is what the team is saying. Okay, there's also sacred geometry around his head, his crown chakra, which I've never noticed before. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but literally there's a lot of like sacred geometry taking place around the upper chakra systems. Okay, all right, I'm gonna read the King of Wands for you. All right. Yeah, you are an entrepreneur for sure, okay? You are a natural born leader. You have a lot of creative ideas, all right? All right, you create, you're visionary, okay? You are timeless. Your success is timeless, okay? There's a lot, again, a lot of fire energy here, all right? Very charismatic, natural born leader, all right? You emanate this beautiful leadership energy, okay? Through your joy, your happiness, okay? All right. Passionate and heart-filled, so very passionate, heart-filled. We build this empire. So you are building an empire. You're going to be building an empire, okay? That's going to be very fruitful, very satisfying, okay? I was going to keep this message short, but again, all messages are as long or as short as Spirit wants them to be, right? They said yes, as long as they, you know, whatever's necessary for the collective receiving this message. You've come out of this Eight of Swords energy, all right? Used to feel, you've come out of this bound up energy, energetically bound and physically bound in this invisible cage. Again, we've got Spirit guiding you out of this through your intuition, and you are now free, unbound, untied, untethered, okay? Eight of Swords. Unbound and untethered is what just came through. So you went through a time of feeling very stuck, all right? Your team, your spirit team, again, guided you and unveiled, lifted those rose-colored glasses and unveiled the truth to you. And by unveiling the truth, you were able to see more clearly of what is true and what is false, all right? You're letting go of those old stories. I am free to choose my healing and my light. So you chose your healing, to do the healing, to set yourself free, and you chose listening to your light, your source within, your highest self, okay? Through the guidance of your intuition and the help with your team, okay? Oh, that just fell off. Page of Pentacles. We've got Pentacles energy here. Very creative, new beginnings, earth energy, very for sure earth energy here with the Page of Pentacles. All right, Page of Pentacles. Yep, you are manifesting new opportunities, and that actually fell underneath this card. I'm going to try and line them up a different way and see if I get a little deeper message. So you are definitely manifesting new opportunities, new beginnings. You're going to be receiving good news. So there's some sort of good news that's coming in. Like I said, maybe from Spirit, from outside here in the earthly realm, because this is pentacles. So I can look at spirit and pentacles. Okay. So you're going to be receiving, or maybe working with somebody too, that's going to be helping you advance your skills in training. All right. There's going to be new financial opportunities, new career paths, new connections, definitely exploring. All right. You're going to be beginning something new. All right. Making plans. So you can be practical and realistic, but still run ahead to meet your dreams. So this is really fun that I decided to do this a little different for the spread. And so running towards your dreams, okay? So fascinating. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, something is being shown, something that's been in the dark. Again, we've got the moon here, major arcana, this new moon energy, full moon energy in general, the light and the dark. All right, something is being brought to light, and that falls under the 9 of Cups. So what is the moon telling us here today? And we have this new moon in Aquarius. Again, this is water. This card actually has water on it. So this new moon is again, solar ring of fire eclipse, and the year of the fire horse, but it is in the Aquarius, which is water. So number 18 too. I like to give the numbers because those can be significant as a key code, a sign, a synchronicity, or for you to get curious and go in the depth of that number particularly. And maybe you've been seeing the number 18. All right, so if I see a number on repeat and you work with the tarot or you receive tarot readings, there's probably a message that's deeper for you in that particular number, like associating it with the moon card. What's illusions? Yep, these are hidden truths that are the unknown. Again, the yeah, it's the unknown. All right, but this is trusting your intuition. Again, by trusting your intuition, facing your fears, that watery nature of that unconscious mind, all right, that mystery, the symbolism, metaphor, perception, uncertainty of dreams. I am safe, all right, and I reach new levels. So you are going to be reaching new levels, knowing as you continue to surrender to the universe. So the universe is going to show you, your highest is going to show you new levels of gifts and abilities is what just came through. You're going to become aware of new gifts and new abilities, and that's going to mean different for everyone. All right. All right, what else do we have here? Please and thank you. I looked up, it was 12:33. 222 is significant because before I sat down to start creating more content, 222 was on the clock. A lot of cosmic convergences, a lot of energy in these portals. Ooh, definitely. With this too, definitely something's going to be revealed. Activations and downloads, you're going to be receiving information. Activations and downloads with the Ace of Wands. Again, very fiery energy. You may receive this during words, please. Within this portal, again, the portal's been open for 2 weeks prior, 2 weeks after. So 2 before, 2/2. So you could be receiving these upgrades, these downloads, the receiving of this hidden information, this hidden knowledge just came through within the next 2 weeks. If you haven't already, again, this is a collective read. So if you haven't already, you're going to be receiving something. You could even be receiving something on the day of. And remember, you might get that insight right away, or you might not know right away, but it is being given to you. You might, you'll get the downloads, you'll get the activation, you'll get the inspiration, whatever it is meant for you, you will get that, and you'll know exactly. You can say, oh yeah, I got that confirmation back. So save your readings, please, just so you can go back and confirm. I collect all my tarot readings. If I feel like they're in resonance, if they're in resonance, I tuck them over in a folder, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. I have a tarot reading thing, and I can go back, or channeled messages, or whatever it is, okay? Hanged man, hanged woman, you have been in this hanged man energy, this pause, this surrender for a while now, being led and guided by your highest, tapping into that inner light more and more in this surrender, in this pause. Again, we have all this beautiful sacred geometry here. Again, the yellows, the solar plexus, the greens, moving up into that heart chakra, which is the quantum compass. And then really trusting and believing in that surrender. After doing all of this work, you surrendered and took that pause. And beautiful, that's exactly what you needed to do to move forward to move forward, all right, to step into your next phase. Okay, your next phase, your next, I don't want to say chapter, your next series, your next book. That's a number 12, by the way. Okay, surrendering. Yes, so you've surrendered to the cosmos, to the highest, okay? Or you've taken these intentional pauses to reflect, to let go. You're embracing all of this new energy that's coming in. You've been realigning to the truest versions of yourself, realigning to your heart, the light within, the source within. All right, you're going to be again receiving new wisdom, new profound spiritual teachings, physically and spiritually, okay? Whether that means a guru, now I want to say guru, thank you, Shinite, a mentor, a guide, okay? In more enlightenment. You're going to become even more and more enlightened. You're like, well, I already know. More. What else do we have? Please and thank you. Here's our fire energy, the Knight of Wands. There's that fiery Knight of Wands energy. She's very happy, joyful. Again, spirits in the back, guiding all the way, protecting. She's receiving, see how she's receiving all of these little dots? I look at that as like information from the cosmos, from her highest, from source, from the universe, pulling that down into the physical so then can be applied, all right, drawn in, integrated, and then you can apply it into the physical realm, okay? Knight of Wands. Yep. Very passionate energy, again, very fiery energy, very spontaneous type of energy. You are going to be pursuing your dreams and you're going to be happy as a clam, all right? You're going to be taking that inspired action, okay? In the pursuit of this new adventure, guided and led by your highest, by your team, by Source, the universe, all right? You've manifested this, okay? It's a very infectious feeling. You infect other people, but in a good way. Like your energy, your fire, your inspiration, your passion, those feelings that you share, that frequency and that energy affects all of those around you, okay? Whether you realize it or not, you're very infectious. Your energy is like, but infectious in a good way, not in what a negative way would be like in an infection, okay? All right, what else do we have, please and thank you? Oh, geez, ow, hit me in the face. Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Page of Cups, looking up, contemplating, maybe when pigs fly. Nope, we're going to do that. You're going to take action now. We've got sun and stars on here. We've got this beautiful heart here. All right, the heart here. All right, looking up, knowing when it's time to move, taking that inspired action. Page of Cups, a lot of watery energy here too with the cups. Page of Cups, Page of Cups. Breathe. Yep. Keep dreaming. All right, keep dreaming. All right, keep picturing your future. All right, because you are going to be taking those new unexpected you're going to go into a new direction, a new trajectory. I can't say that word. Magic. Everything's going to feel like magic and synchronistic. Like I said, when pigs fly. No, not when pigs fly. Okay, now. All right, you continue to have this joyful, open heart. You're very sensitive, okay? Romantic, loving, caring, motivated. Very innovative ideas here. The world is my flourishing oyster, and I am excited to see what happens next. So get excited, okay, with this fiery energy of what's coming in next. Again, I always say, please have fun with the treasure hunt. Okay, the clues, the circles, the dots, X marks the spot. All right, I watched a movie yesterday that had my partner's name in it. And there was a date in the movie, a date. And that's the date he's flying home. All right, so you can't make that. It's so much fun when you have, if you take the time and you enjoy the adventure, you enjoy the ride. Wow. We have 3 cards here. So there is a death and rebirth taking place. There could be a physical death that has taken place or will take place. Again, this is a collective read. So number 13 is significant, the infinity sign. But I love this death card because there's a lot going on here with this hooded person, this hooded individual. And in the center is like a forest with a bright light, almost in that third eye area. And then around it is you've got the greens and the blues and the oranges and the pinks. All right. So I love this death and rebirth card. Okay. Lots of good energy I feel with this. Again, remember, if there's a death in the physical, okay, thank you, Spirit. It is just a transition, all right? This has also been, you have gone through, some of you, all of us, have gone through many death and rebirth cycles. And what's taking place now with this portal that's coming up, and again, all videos are timeless, but just know that you are going through a massive death process right now, death of old version self, people, places, and things, thought forms, belief systems, all of the stuff. You are going through massive death right now, and you're going to be birthed. We're going to be birthed into something new so we can get going. Creating. Receiving, okay? All of that, okay? I didn't read the Nine of Wands, so we need to do that. So we're going to do death and rebirth, and then the Nine of Wands, and then these last two cards here. Yeah, cycles of transformation. So we are all going through these massive cycles of transformation, rebirth, transition, change. There's definitely change, rebirth with this portal, resets. You're going to you're going to get these new belief systems, newfound, you're going to become aware. So if you're just waking up, this is going to be another like activation, wake up call. Endings, things are ending. This can be symbolic for the physical, but just the spiritual aspect as well, okay? It's an intentional process. This is like an intentional process, whether you realize that or not, okay? Nine of Wands. It's like that last push, that last leg. Again, the year of the 9. It will be done and complete on the 17th, which is on Tuesday. All right? So this is the last leg, the last push, just to kind of I know, I feel it. This whole week, I've been just like struggling. I'm like, just keep picking yourself up and dusting yourself off and just keep taking those steps forward, even if your ego's trying to get you to fall back into old ways, old thought beliefs, patterns, thinking, whatever it is. Just keep moving forward, just in that forward direction, because we're not looking back, right? We're not looking back. So just you keep moving forward, even if it feels like you're taking one tippy toe at a time. Like even if it feels like you're a slug moving through mud, just keep forward movement. That's always just forward movement. That's just have to focus on that forward movement. Oh my gosh, how many times can I say forward movement? Forward movement. That's our motto today. We're going to keep doing forward movement. That's all. It's forward movement. I don't know why I say what I say. The team has me say that. So you have been very determined, resilient. All right, you've been defiant against old systems, programming, paradigms. That's what we want, to be the rebel. All right, this is our last defense. It's our standing in our truth, standing in our authenticity. This is our final push. So get excited. Get excited for what's to come. For what to come is going to be so beautiful. Beautiful beyond anything the ego and mind can even figure out, because it's not supposed to get it, okay? Your soul knows exactly. All right, and you've continued to have the motivation to pick yourself up and dust yourself off and get on the saddle, or keep moving, tippy-toeing forward and forward through all of the difficulties. You've been willing to face all of the difficulties, to surrender, all right, to release yourself, okay? Because Spirit's been helping you all along, okay? All right. The last two cards is this Ten of Cups energy. You've walked away. Spirit has been guiding you, or excuse me, I said Ten of Cups. No coincidence. You're going to be receiving your Ten of Cups. I didn't come out, but I said it. So 10 of Swords. You're going to be receiving your 10 of Cups. So you've had to pull out every single sword. And that sword could be a person, a place, a thing, a thought form, a belief system. Spirit has been guiding you as you pull the swords out of your back, okay? All right, so you continue to move forward and to grow and to become the person you truly are at your soul level, at that source within, okay? The Tower is here. Lightning, significant. Monarch, butterflies, squirrels, and acorns, number 16. All right, towers are not bad. They're very, very good. And towers can look many ways, shapes, and forms, okay? Definitely going to be unexpected chaos. So remember that there's beauty in the chaos. There's collateral beauty in the chaos. You are the eye of the storm, okay? So remember, if you are not shifting when the universe is guiding you to shift or to boundary up or do all of the things, it will pull the rug out from underneath you. If you are pushing hard, so hard, and hustle mentality and all this, and you're working yourself to the bone, the rug is going to get pulled out from you. You're going to get a sickness, a disease to put you in a surrender mode, okay? Your beliefs are going to be changed, okay? New awareness. You're becoming very aware perspectives, all right? There's a lot of destruction that has to take place. Remember, the destruction has to take place before we can build a bigger, better foundation. And that could be within relationships, jobs, collectively, okay? You are just continue to get up and know who you are, standing in your authentic truth, okay? You are sure who you are. So in the chaos, you continue to move forward. So if you feel like everything's just kind of chaotically destroying and blowing up around you in that controlled destruction, know that you continue to pick yourself up and move forward because you are the biggest and brightest light, all right? Even though you have no idea what's going to take place next, you just keep doing it. So this is your confirmation, all right? Is there any final messages, please, and thank you. Judgment has been called. You are definitely walking as your higher self, embodied as your higher self. You have called judgment in spirit, so something's taken place in spirit. Number 20 is significant, but judgment has been called. Is all I'm hearing is judgment has been called. Judgment has been called. And just know, because you've continued to put all the trust, faith, and hope in your intuition, in your highest, in your true, raw, authentic self that just kept you moving forward, you're going to be receiving all your wishes, all right? You're going to be helping other people get through their journey, guide them, help them along their ways because you've been through it yourself. I mean, let's put it this way. Would you rather have someone be a mentor or a guide for you that's only read the books or that have been through the shit? I personally would want the person that has been through the shit, the experiences, versus just reading something out of a book. All right. Yep. You've had a self-realization that you are the higher self. You are the source. This is the source within. You have the understanding. This is a spiritual awakening. All right. You know what motivates you now. You know what motivates you from your heart, from that quantum compass, to be true. Your discernment is on point. You require and you only share you are totally transparent. Thank you. You are totally transparent. There's no more hiding. There's no more bullshit. All right. And this has been the most glorious unveiling of your truest self, which is soul, which is source. Okay? Hello, essence. I invite you to show up every day to lead me, to guide me, to protect me. My soul continues to shine unapologetically. Unapologetically. Be so unapologetic. Give zero fucks in this Pharaoh February. Okay? That is your message for today. Oh, sorry. They want me to pull a higher self oracle deck for this conclusion. I didn't realize we were going to have such a beautiful long message, but there's something in here for somebody. Remember, some of it might resonate, piece of it might resonate. You just might have received signs, synchronicities, key codes, frequency, energies, activations from my frequency and energy just by listening all the way through. You don't need to know. Remember, your highest knows exactly what you were meant to receive. But you've continued to listen to this far because you are in resonance with my frequency and energy. You've continued to be curious. The ego's continuing to be curious, okay? What do we have for some finishing messages here? Yep, your success is closer than you can even imagine. Keep going. And again, this is that very solar flare, fiery energy, okay? Keep going. Keep going. Continuing to reach for your dreams because it's already here. It's already come true. Your dreams are already, know that your dreams have already come true and you're just aligning to it now. As you continue to connect to your spirit, your highest, you draw closer and closer. So the more you connect to your spirit, yourself, the closer and closer you draw to your higher self. The answers will appear when you release the question. You have come back to the start to see what you've missed out before. So you could be finishing out. You are an OG, you're an original. So let yourself follow your own heart. That is your messages today, beautiful soul. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care of you, nourish you, feed yourself, hydrate for sure, and know that you are so deeply loved. Love yourself. You are your number one priority always, first and foremost. Everything else is secondary. And if anyone is saying anything that is trying to discourage you, suppress you, push you down, convince you that you're less than, know better than that, beautiful soul. You are strong, you're beautiful, and you've got this. And what you know is real. What you see is real. What you hear is real. And what you feel is real. Quit questioning in that. Trust in your intuition. Quit questioning it. So someone needs to hear that. You need to trust yourself so much more deeply now, and listening and checking in with the heart. And that's where the discernment takes place, okay, is in the heart space, all right? So that is the message from the teams today, from our hearts to yours. You guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and love you, please. Namaste. Bye.